Hey, welcome to another episode of the Ryan Ragone Show on Bleed Network and the Draft Network. We're here with my boy, Andre Drake
Hey,
Harris.
thank
My
you for having me, my guy.
my guy, man. They don't even know. This goes way, way back.
You feel me? They don't even know the half of it for real.
I'm talking, man, what, 2018? Was
Yeah, like 2018. Yeah, that 2018, 2019 season. Yeah, that's some
damn,
time back. Like, it's crazy thinking
that's
about
a
it. Like,
long time ago.
yeah, like it's 2023 now, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Uh-huh. Well, no, man, I'm so glad, to see where you are right now. I wanted to bring you on and talk about your journey because in a way, we have similar journeys. We both transferred from a group of five school, both very under recruited, things like that. But that's a story that I like to tell, that underdog story, and things that are going on for you right now. Preparing for the draft, things like that. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. Tell us where you're from. How many siblings. Your family. Tell me about that.
So yeah, I was born in Chickasha, Oklahoma. It's a small town, like 30 minutes from Oklahoma City. I was born there. I moved to Wichita, Kansas, like around fourth grade. Then I moved back to Oklahoma City around like my sophomore after my freshman year. Finished out my years there at Putnam City North. I got a brother. On my me and my brother got the same mom and dad. And then I got three sisters. I got one on my mom's side, and then one on my two on my dad's side.
Mhm.
Then from out of I played football and basketball at Putnam City North in Oklahoma City. Sam Bradford's high school.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
but then from there, I wasn't really too recruited. Like honestly, like shit, I wasn't really that raw. Like I was straight. I was just better physically than everybody. But the
Mhm.
biggest thing that held me back, like I didn't really have no technique. Like I was playing left tackle in a right-handed stance. Like so, like my recruitment, my recruitment wasn't going nowhere for real. And so then I went to Arkansas State. It was kind of my best offer, but I wouldn't say I went there because of my best offers, because I had other offers and stuff. But my biggest thing was like I just felt like they were recruiting me from the jump. And, like they showed me love, and I knew I'd have an opportunity to play there pretty quick. And so went there, spent 5 years there. It was good. Had a lot of good relationships. Met a lot of people. Met Ryan there. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Just got out the mud. Jonesboro, Arkansas. Like if you know
No,
what's
bro, they
up.
don't know. But tell me, like, how was it growing up in Oklahoma City, moving around and then playing football at the same time? How did you get started playing football?
So my uncles. So I started. I said Chickasha, Oklahoma is like a small ass town, and
Mhm.
my uncle's. He was the football star of the family. Like he was highly recruited. He went to Chickasha High School and he played linebacker. And he ended up breaking his ankle like in his senior season, and they like it messed him up. Like he didn't get all his offers got took away. Ended up having to go JUCO. Like you know that story. You've heard it 1,000 times.
Mhm.
And I remember just watching him. I used to want to be like him. Like I used to want to do everything he wanted to do. Like he was cool, man. He had all the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
was just cool, and I just wanted to be like my uncle so bad. He played football. I remember he was number 8, and I remember that's what they called him Tank, and I used to call myself Little Tank. And it was just funny because I wore number 8 too. Like that was my first number I ever wore, and I used to just really want to be like him. So that was really like a big reason for why I started, honestly. And plus, I just had a love for it. I was bigger than everybody, so it was kind of like, I don't want to say I didn't have a choice, but it's like, come on, boy, like you're the biggest boy in the class, you better be on somebody's field. But I really loved it too. And then once I started getting into it, I was decent at first, but then I just started growing into it, getting better, progressively getting better. So I was always like, once I moved to Kansas with my dad, I would do all the little stuff. Like my little league team growing up was fire. Like we beat everybody. I would do all the little FBU things. I played for Team USA. Like I know so many people just from like playing through those teams, traveling around damn near like AAU for like football though. I
Yeah.
did all that kind of stuff. And I used to play defensive line. I used to love defensive line. Like I hated offensive line. Like that's the funny part. Like looking back, like bro, I hated offensive line. Like
Really?
I used to have to play offensive line, but I used to only do it because I had to. But I never liked playing offensive line. I used to want to be a defensive end. Like that was what I wanted to do. Now I got to Putnam City North when got there my sophomore year. My coach was like, "Man, you're an O lineman, bro. Like you need to lock in with O line, and that's gonna make you some money. Like that's where you want to be." I remember I just locked in with it and just did it. And and it all paid off really. But growing up, I loved basketball. I still love basketball to this day. I wish I could have played in
I was
college.
gonna ask about that because people don't know you're a real hooper for real, like
Yeah,
real hooper.
that's what I'm saying. Like I really be hooping. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing. A lot of people don't know. Like I know real hoopers. Like I played basketball all up until I couldn't play no more. Like if I could have played in college, I would have. I can shoot. I can really shoot. Like
Yeah, no,
people
I
watching
see.
this go like,
Yeah.
he's not really about that. But like I really hoop for real. But I love basketball. I really just love. Those are my main two sports. So growing up, it was always football season from June, July, all the way through December, whenever the season ended, and then right when that ended, basketball season all the way into football season it started. So it was just a cycle of football and basketball. And then in middle school I ran track, so it was really like football, track, basketball. Like it was really crazy, but it was good growing up. Getting to experience all those things. Sports has always been a part of my family and life, so it was kind of destined for me to do it, and I just had a passion for it also.
So in high school, you got recruited. How many offers did you have coming out of high school?
Total.
Yeah.
My first offer was from Eastern Kentucky University. It's an NAIA. That was my first offer. My second offer was from no, it was my first one. Okay, my first offers, I can't even remember which order they came. But all my first 3 or 4 offers were NAIA and D2s. Like I kid you not. And then I remember I got my first Division 1 offer was Howard. Howard offered me. So that's 3, 4. Howard offered me, and then I had New Mexico State, Louisiana Monroe, and Arkansas State. I had 8 or 7 offers, 8 or 7 offers total. No Power Fives. I got recruited by I got recruited by Oklahoma, a lot of the Big 12 schools. Like that was it. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, KU, Iowa State. I went on visits, unofficial visits all there, but none of them threw me any offers. Oklahoma State tried to offer me on signing day, but then the offensive line coach, he got fired right after that because he didn't bring in nobody. And then that was it. I didn't really know nothing. My second recruiting process was what I knew what a high recruiting process felt like. Like when I was in the portal, I was like, okay, this was what it must feel like to be like a 4th star. You know what I'm saying? Because I had hella Power Fives hitting me up, but before that, nothing. No Power Fives, no Power Five offers, none of that.
So what's funny about you mentioning the portal and things like that, I don't think people understand how many players from Arkansas State transfer and go to Power 5 schools
Mm-hmm.
and play, actually ball out, go and play. Arkansas State has had so many transfers, so many dudes.
Hell yeah.
I mean, everywhere. It's insane. Arkansas State might as well be a JUCO for for Power 5 schools.
You know what's funny? It's kind of like that same way. Remember how all the coaches would come in for a year and then leave somewhere, like Gus Malzahn, who was Hugh Freeze, you know what I'm saying? What was the other one? There was another one I went to, and they all end up at Auburn and Ole Miss, somehow. It's funny how that works. And then, Coach Anderson, he was there for a little bit, and then he went on. I loved Arkansas State a lot. I can never really talk bad, some I don't want to, I don't want to talk bad. I don't want to say anything negative for Arkansas State. They gave me my opportunity. It's an entirely different staff, entire new staff deal when I was there. But there's some good people there for sure. I wish their players the best of luck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, time there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for what it was. I can't talk negative on a place that gave me a home when nobody else wanted me. I can't act like I'm too good. It was a great experience. It introduced me to the world of college football. I got to play Bama, got to play Georgia, even though they obliterated us. You know what I'm saying? Even though they obliterated us, it's still games like that and stuff I get to tell my kids about. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a great experience.
No, it definitely was. And what I will say is we had fun.
Yeah.
At Arkansas State, we had fun.
That's the thing. We definitely did make it fun.
Because there was really nothing else to do but hang out with each other. And at other schools, other places, there's a lot of stuff to do. But 1, you're in Jonesboro, Arkansas. There ain't nothing out there. 2, it's a dry county. You
Mm-hmm.
can't. So it's a dry county. If you do want to go party somewhere, you gotta go
You
drive.
gotta go take a trip. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
go drive an hour. You know that trip, and then come all the way back. Now, so we had fun though. Like the what was it? The stadium? What was that apartment complex called?
Stadium View.
Stadium View. Yeah, right
Yeah.
across the street. Everybody go meet up at the pool. That was the coolest
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like on days when nobody had class,
Yeah.
single person you knew. And I'm talking like not even just athletes, just every single person you knew was gonna be at Stadium View. Like that type of stuff was fun. Like I really enjoyed my time there because of stuff like that, because I didn't get that in like place like Miami, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everything's like you got so many different things to do.
It's fast.
Yeah, like a bunch of people doing every other thing. Like not a lot of, hanging out together.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever you decided to transfer, how was that? Like what made you decide, and how was that decision?
Um. So honestly, like people don't believe me. People always be like, "Why you transfer?" Like people always be like, "You had it all in playing." Like we only won 2 games. Like they say I didn't like the coach. Like it's always people always like try to assume like why I left. But honestly, I like when the season ended, I went through like I started winning workouts and everything. Transferring was never really on my mind. Like we went 2-10, and I was still getting ready for next season. Like I never like I didn't the season didn't end, and I was like, man, like I remember talking to guys like shit, like I can probably even say it now. Like I knew there was a chance that Groupie was probably gonna leave. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew there was a chance that some guys are probably gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I remember talking to them like, why y'all leaving? Like y'all, let's kind of like come back. Get this going. It was never on my mind, but then it was just like I don't know. It's like God put it on my heart, like you destined for more. I really feel like what happened is like I started feeling stagnant, and I was like, I was going through workouts, I was doing the same winter workouts, and I was just like, this is gonna be my 6th year of college, my last year of college, and I feel like it's been like this. I started, I got it out the mud, started going like this, but then I feel like my career just started doing this, like. It was going down the same path every day. Like it was just becoming like monotonous. It was just becoming like repetitive, and that's what football is. But I was starting to lose the joy for it. But it was kind of just like, okay, here we go, another workout. Another off season, another season at Arkansas State. That just happens to be my last. So I was like, you know what? I really just want to take a chance on myself. Because honestly, just being real, I didn't know if I was gonna get any Power 5 offers or nothing. Like I remember when I was talking, man, I ain't gonna put nobody out there, but I remember talking to some of my coaches and stuff when I told them I was transferring, like, man, what if you don't get no offers? Like they was putting that in my head, like I might go in the portal and not get no offers. So
Yeah.
I really just took a chance on myself, like just truly just betting on myself, like, man, like I really feel like I can make something happen. And then if not, I gotta live with my decision. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go in this portal and don't get no offers, or I go to a smaller school, like I gotta live with that shit. So
Well,
I just
it's funny that you say that. A coach there was like telling you that. There was a coach when I left, and I told him I was leaving, and I told him that I was going to Miami because I already knew like where I was going to go.
mhm.
And he told me you'd be lucky on your senior night, your senior year, to go down on one kickoff at Miami. Immediately, like this person didn't believe in me like at all. So I was like, all right, cool. It is what it is. They don't believe in me, so I'm definitely out of there if they don't think
Mhm.
I'm good enough to even go down on one kickoff my senior year. And obviously, we see how that went. I mean, immediately, I was playing balling, but
Exactly.
stuff like that drives us.
Yeah, hearing the doubt, bro, it really just makes you want to prove people harder. Like hearing people say like they don't know if I was gonna make something say like hearing that, it really just made me hard. I should have been had this light. I don't know why. I just thought about it, but
But no, so tell me how it was your recruiting process when you were transferring. Why did you choose Duke?
man, so I took an official out to UCLA, and I mean it was what it was. I don't have nothing negative to say. It was a great official. It just wasn't the right fit. I feel like it was kind of a mutual thing. Like we knew like they probably wanted somebody else, and I knew I probably just needed to go somewhere else. I feel like I probably would have got distracted in LA. But I met some great people out there. Like, I met some dudes, some cool dudes. Like I talked to Raekwon O'Neal, like that's my dude. He ended up going there. But so I went out to UCLA. I took a visit out there. It was a great visit. And then right after that, I took my official to Duke. And then when I got to Duke, Coach Troop is there. And Coach Troop, that's my guy. Like, but I wasn't gonna make my decision off a coach because you try to follow a coach somewhere and you go somewhere and get screwed over, boy. Like, you know how that goes. So I'm like, man, Coach Troop, but that's my guy though. So he's like, man, just give us a chance because honestly, Duke was nowhere on my radar. Like when they first offered me, I was like, I don't know because they passed. Like Duke, like before this past year, I'm like, come on now. But then I'm just like, something just told me like, bro, just give him a chance. And Troop was like, man, just come check us out. Like you got 5 officials. Come tap in with your boy. Like I'm your guy. Like just at least take an official here. And then like I can always go unofficial somewhere or figure out a way because like I knew I didn't want to try to take all my. At first I thought I wanted to take all my official visits, but then I really knew like I didn't. Bro, I hate flying. Like I hate getting on planes, going through that process. Like I hate that. Yeah. So I'm like, man. So I went to Duke, and it was like, I kid you not. As soon as I got off, so when I got into LA, it's so funny how this works. So when I got off the plane in LA, it was cold in LA. Like it was cold. I started feeling sick. I ended up getting super sick. Was in a hospital for a little bit, but that's a story I'm gonna pull out like later, bro. But I saw LA. LA was crazy. It was cold, and I had a bad feeling when I got to LA. Like, I just knew like this ain't where I'm meant to be. Like I'm very like I ain't perfect, but I put all my faith in God. Like everything to do, like I let God guide me, and I just didn't feel in my spirit that I belonged to LA. Like that ain't where I needed to be. And so then when I went to Duke, it was just beautiful. As soon as you've been to North Carolina before?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we played North Carolina and stuff.
Oh, so you've been to Durham. Like you know how
I've been in Durham how many times?
Yeah, you have.
Probably like 8, 9 times.
So you know how like that area looks. Like it's beautiful. Yeah. And so I remember when I getting off the plane and driving and just as soon as I got off the plane, I said, "Oh, this just feels like it just felt like home. Like it's nothing like Oklahoma City. It's nothing like Arkansas at all. But I don't know, the people there were just so nice. Like, and then just walking around campus is just beautiful. It was just I don't know. I just had a great feeling there. Just talking to Elko, talking to the coaches, meeting the players, like seeing that they had this hunger. Like I can sense this hunger, like this dog in them. Like we tired of being at the bottom. Like it just kind of felt like we was going through the same situation in different ways. Like they coming off a season where they coming off their second season in a row of being a bottom dweller of the ACC. Mm-hmm. I'm coming off of basically being doubted, coming off a bottom dweller Sun Belt school, being a sleeper, my entire career underdog. So it's like we were just a perfect match. Like y'all trying to go to the top and build this program. I'm trying to go to the top and prove that I can play in the Power 5 conference because people don't think I can do it. And at the same time, I want to win and help y'all get to where you get to. So y'all help me get to where I'm trying to get to. I help y'all get to where y'all trying to get to. So it's kind of like a mutual thing. And I remember talking to the coaches. They kind of like, they understood it. Like, we know where you're trying to go. Like, we know what you're trying to do. We know your end goals, like, getting into the league. But at the end of the day, I know none of that can happen if we don't win. So who knows? I go to Duke, don't play, or I go to Duke and we're trash. I wasted a year transfer. You know what I'm saying? So we just took it. I had a good feeling. I prayed on it. And then Sud just told me, like, this is where you need to be. And I remember I committed, and people were like, it was mixed reviews for sure. Like,
I remember I hit you up. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, it was mixed reviews for sure. But
you my dog, so I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, like, hey, bro, like, what's going on? And you're like, nah, bro, trust, like, it's gonna work. I'm like, okay, like, you do you. I'll see you in a few games.
Hey, I got so many messages that I had saved from just talking to dudes like, bro, trust. Like people like, bro, Duke, really? Because bro, I had a schedule. I had a visit schedule with Purdue, Washington State. I mean, Purdue had just came off like an incredible year the year before. I'm pretty sure. Like I had like, bro, I'm talking to Mississippi State. Like I was talking to so many teams, but like it was like once I went to Duke, my mind was set on Duke. I didn't want to talk to nobody else. As soon as I committed there on Elko, I had them make me an edit and stuff. I said I was going to post it when I got back. And as soon as before I posted it and stuff, I literally called every coach. I texted and called every coach that offered me, out of respect. I could have just, cold turkey, but you never know how, relationships are everything, bro. You know how this life shit go, bro. Like it ain't about what you know, it's about who you know. And I didn't want to burn no bridges. And plus, like, for me, I was super appreciative for every offer. Like, for a coach, like, other people might view it different. It's just a business. For me, I took it as like a respect thing, for a coach to take their time out and put their trust in to offer me a scholarship to come to their school, like that was big to me. So I feel like the least I can do is hit up every school that, offer me and at least, tell them like, hey, I'm going elsewhere. I appreciate the opportunity. And that's what I did. And I had mixed reviews of that. Like when I told I ain't going to even air nobody up. But there was one school I called and I'm like, what's up, coach? Can I talk to you? I hit him up. He's like, yeah, call me. So what's going on? I said, so, I took my official visit to Duke this weekend. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it was great. And, I decided that I think that's where I'm going to go. So it just feels like the right fit. He said, really? You serious? I said, yeah. He said, wow, good luck. Hung up in my face.
Damn.
Hey, Ryan, cold hung up in my, it was one of those, like, I'm looking at my phone, hung up. Like, I'm looking at it like, my phone trip? Bro, hung up dead on my face. Like, it was like that. But, I mean, shit, it hit me how real it was. And it really hit me, like, when I knew it was a good decision. Like, I've been knew it was a good decision, but the conclusion was, like, last week, our equipment manager hit us up. He's like, send us your ring sizes. And I'm like, you feel me? So it's like, yeah. You feel me? Like, it's like, yeah, yes, sir. Everything worked out like how, like, to end on that note, to end my college career on that note, however else everything plays out, I'm going to be at peace because I took it better myself and I feel like I made the right decision.
100%. Well, so right now, actually, I wanted to ask you, because we got a few of my guys over there, just like, strength coach Feely. How was that? How did you like him over there?
Hey,
He's a maniac. He'll tell you himself. He's a maniac. He'll admit it.
Bro, Feely is my guy, but he is crazy. So Feely is like, how can I explain Feely?
Hold on, he's that crazy uncle. Like sometimes you
so like
love him, but you still love him. But like
Feely's like, how can I? I'm trying to think of the perfect analogy to explain Coach Feely. He's like being on a roller coaster that you like. So you're scared of this roller coaster and you don't want to get on it because you know how scary it is. And then you get on that roller coaster and then you're like terrified. But then you're like, oh my gosh, like it just has that like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you were talking to you about how his workouts were going to be was like watching that roller coaster, like, I'm scared of that. And then you get on it and you're like, oh my God, what the, like, you feel me? Like, no way.
But you're like, oh I'm doing it. I did it.
Yeah, like, I'm doing it and this is fun. But oh my God, this is scary, but this is fun. You know what I'm saying? So like, Feely is like, he's like watching a scary movie by yourself at 2 a.m. Like, I can't. But
it ends up being a great movie.
Man, hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, Feely's the dude, but like, you better have your mind right. Like, he's gonna get you right. Like, bro, the stuff we did with Coach Feely this summer, like, we ain't even gotta. I'm like, we ain't even finna talk numbers what we did, because we both know what we did with him.
Yes, exactly.
If you know, bro, if you really wanna, he's gonna break that mental barrier in your mind where you just feel like you can't, like, there's no workout I'm afraid of now. Like, there's no workout where I'm like,
exactly.
I don't know. Like, bro, I went through an off season.
Me and my boys talk and we're talking about a workout that's about to be hard or whatever, and we're like, dude, we did blah 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 with Feely. Like, this ain't nothing.
I'm not worried about no workout. Like, there's no workout that can scare me. I did an entire off season with Feely, bro. Like, what's a hard workout?
Right, exactly. He would make them workouts to where you're like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this anymore for real. Like, I truly don't know if I want to do this.
Hey, you know the test, the test day. I'm talking about that had me the night before. I'm talking about I couldn't even sleep.
You were just like you couldn't sleep because you're up all night thinking about it.
I'm really thinking about like, bro, I don't want to go to sleep right now because when I wake up, I'm literally going to hell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally like, I'm in the 7 o'clock group and I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. or 5:30 whenever I wake up. And I'm going to go to the facility and I know I'm going to hell. And then another thing, even it ain't just the running that gets you. His lifts will kill you. Like, it ain't like, some strength coaches is like, okay, conditioning is over. Woo. The lifts are just as hard. So like,
you were walking the weight room. The hardest parts.
You were walking to the weight room.
Yeah, that days you would do the weight room and then have to go hit the track or go condition, then you're like, oh hell no.
Bro, Ryan, we would walk into the weight room and the way our stuff is set up was like, before I had my parking pass, I had to walk through the tunnel. Whichever way you come through, the weight room is like when you first walk into the facility, it's like you can walk straight and you can see the weight room, or you can go and then turn into the weight room. So it's not like into the locker room. So it's not you have to go into this general area before you go in the locker room. And when I say as soon as you walk into the facility, all you hear is ah,
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
you just hear bloody murder, bro.
Screaming.
And you like
the whole lift.
you feel me? And you like, bro, I'm talking. You walk in with somebody, with my guy Speedy, that's my roommate. I'm with him. I'm like, dog, I don't know what they doing, but I do not want to do
It's
it.
like that every single morning. It's like, ah!
You
Like
just hear screaming,
there's not a workout where you're not screaming. Or like the
bro.
guy.
And then like Feely gonna make you scream, bro. And then like I'm looking around, like I would try to I would peek and act like I'm going to get snacks, but I really just try to peek what they in there doing. And I was like, I like peek around the corner and be looking in the weight room, and I'll be seeing what they doing. I'll watching somebody get like low. You know how Feely is in those squats, like your ass better be damn near touching the ground on those squats. I'm watching somebody with 5-6 plates on their back, ass on the ground. You feel me? Like 5 reps. I'm like, oh yeah, it's real today. It's real today.
But hey, I'm not gonna lie, I got strong with Feely. I hit the most weight I ever hit with Feely.
Me too, bro.
I mean, I was lifting a lot. I think my max squat 560. It was something up there. But man, it was earned it. I earned that stuff right there. I mean,
Bro,
I
he
earned that.
congratulates PRs. Like PRs get him hyped.
Oh yeah, like he loves that stuff. PRs is his favorite thing. Which I mean, like most strength coaches, they love when people PR because shows how hard they've been working, shows that their programs, good, this and that. But no, yeah, Philly's a dude. But tell me how, obviously your season went great. The experience was well. Tell me right now about your training and how that's going, how you're preparing for your pro day coming up.
Yeah, so right now I'm in Frisco, Texas. I'm training with PMST, performance medicine and sports therapy. I'm training at that facility. I was training him, John. I can't think of his last name. It's John. He's Legend Sports Performance. Great. I mean, he's been getting me right from my first day to now. Like my numbers are night and day. Like he's getting me right. So I'm ready for. I feel like I feel like if I have pro day next week, I could go and be good. So the fact that I know I have a month and a week and some, this just makes me, it just encourages me more, to just go harder and just press through this final, press. And so right now I'm just training, I got physical therapy, massage therapy, we got a chirotherapy, like any type of body maintenance you need is there. We got training. I got a position coach, LT2, Logan Tully Tillman, training with him, working all 5 positions, got to meet some NFL guys, like Ed Ingram from the Vikings been coming up there training with us. So getting that NFL experience, training with guys who are in the league and playing. Yep. The guys I'm training with, I have some great guys, Blake, Tyron, Danny. We got some good guys. So it's everything's looking good. Like my biggest thing has been adjusting to like the free time, because I go to the facility around 8:30. I get done with everything around like 2, unless I have something scheduled around 3. And then around 4 or so, like when I get back, it's like, damn, now what? Because usually used to having class or a meeting or something, but now it's like you're a pro, so you gotta figure out ways to be productive. You know what I'm saying? I started like a business YouTube channel.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I actually watched that video.
Word?
Yeah, I actually watched it. Come on now.
Thoughts? What's your thoughts?
I liked it. It was cool. I was like, dang, I didn't know Dre, was really into not stuff like that, but 1 could do videos like this, 2 was interested in like YouTube, creating a channel, things like that. It really took me by surprise, like big time. I was like, oh, great.
Hey, that's so funny because a lot of people thought I was hacked. Like when I was posting on my Instagram, so I posted on my Instagram and then I had a massage, and when I get on massage, my phone's like hella notifications. It was on Do Not Disturb. People was like, yo, you hacked? Like, damn, bro, how you get hacked? I'm like, no, that's me. They're like, what you mean? I'm like, bro, like I posted like the video, like that's me promoting my second account, like my YouTube channel. They're like, bro, that don't even sound like you in the video. I said, I know. I hired somebody, a voiceover actor to read the script I made. So then I didn't want no bias towards my page. Like, I didn't want people to watch my page like, that's a black man with dreads and earrings. Like, he don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I got slang when I talk, so I wanted it to sound, I could talk professional, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like when
Very,
you watch that
very,
video.
very automated because of the type of business tech like videos you're watching or you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody to hear it and hear somebody talking about some, hey, all right, so what's up, y'all? Today, like, you feel me? As soon as somebody hear that, they closing out.
The automated voice that you chose to do was a perfect one. Like, it went very good with the video.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good and made it, like, again, like, not that it wasn't professional, but like it made it, I mean, when you're talking about AI and things like that, like, it kind of worked perfectly, like the tone of voice and everything, thinking of AI, thinking of technology and business, like that was like a perfect mix in for it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So my biggest thing was, so when it comes to AI and tech, so I'm a business major, but before I went to business, when I was at Arkansas State, I was originally computer information and technology, but I had to change because, at Arkansas State, we practiced in the afternoon, like team meeting started at 2:30. So that's when the classes started. At Duke, we practiced in the morning. So I was forced to change my major because I literally just couldn't go to the classes.
Yeah.
And so, but when it comes to like the YouTube stuff, I always kind of wanted to do a YouTube channel, but I didn't want to do like, I don't have nothing against it, but I didn't want to do a personality channel. Like, I didn't want to like vlog or like, I didn't want to like just put me out there. Like, I don't know, because I do that enough. Like, I'm cool with the spotlight, but I don't like the spotlight. Like, attention kind of comes just, I don't beg for it. A lot of people beg for attention. A lot of people love the attention and want attention. Me personally, it comes naturally just because of my personality and just how I carry myself. I'm very confident, but like, I really like being in the shadows. Like, I really want to, like, that's why I wanted to make it like a YouTube page that's like my thoughts and my interests and my passions, but not me, not my brand, not my face, not Dre. So I don't want people to support it because it's Dre, and I don't want people to not support it because it's Dre. I want people to support the channel because they like the content, or I want them to not support it because they don't like this content. Either that. So I want them to tap in and like it because like they're watching, like, man, this is a good video. I don't want no bias, like, man, this is Drake video. He don't know what he's talking about, or this is Drake video. I'm only gonna watch it because of this. Like, no, I want it to be because like you like the content or you don't.
100%. No, I did like it though. It was cool. It was cool to learn that side of things and hear more information about it because I've been interested in things like that.
Oh yeah, for sure, it's big, bro. That AI stuff is huge, but that's a whole nother conversation for another time.
Well, to end this off, I always ask each guest at the end of it, if there's one piece of advice you could give to anybody out there, could be about anything, about life, football, does not matter, business, anything, what would that piece of advice be?
This is the most cliche, but you got to realize why it's so cliche. But if this is the most cliche advice that somebody will probably everybody has always said this. But when I say this, I'm not saying this as in a cliche, like believe in yourself. But when I say believe in yourself, truly believe in yourself. Never put no. So listen. So if you tell yourself you can't do something, you already can't do it before you even try to do it. Even if you tell yourself you can't do it, but you're like, I can't do it, but I'm gonna try to do it, you're gonna fail. Why would you not go into the mindset that you can do anything until you figure out you can't? So my biggest thing is to believe, and even if you don't, keep trying. Like, truly just believe in yourself. Like, I got this far from believing in myself, bro. I had no Power 5 offers coming out of college. I was fat, out of shape. Like, there was no way I was gonna be a tackle. Like, I remember, like, I've had so many, like, I'm not gonna get into that, oh, they told me I can't do this. Like, y'all know how that story goes right now. But truly believe in yourself, bro. And don't just believe in yourself. Like, I believe in myself. Like, really within, accept and believe in yourself. And don't hate yourself. Don't be mad at yourself when you make mistakes. Like, whatever you're doing, whether it's business, sports, athletics, like, whatever you're doing, bro, wherever you want to go, believe you can do it. Like, bro, you can do anything in this world. Like, whether you want to make hella money, like, it's so much money and so many people in this world. Like, you got to just rise above, because there's so many people who have dreams and they literally gave up on them because of their own thoughts. You can only go as far as your mind tells you you can go. You can't run. How does somebody know that they can run 10 miles If you tell somebody, yo, bro, I need you to run 10 miles, how would they know they can run 10 miles if they never even tried it? It sounds crazy. So like the first person to run a 100-mile marathon. So when somebody brought that up, somebody was like, bro, there's no way you can run a 100-mile marathon. They didn't know until they did it. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the only advice I can really give. Like that's what I live by. Like whatever you do, bro, believe in yourself. Like because you can only do what you think you can do. Like whatever you think you can't do, you can't. Like if you believe you can't do it, you can't do it. So whatever, if you don't believe, if you say you can't do it, you can't.
I agree.
But if you say you can, you can. Like that's really the simple keys of life. And when people say it your whole life, because it's really like that's the magic. Like it's really simple, bro. It's really, hey, you know it, bro. Like you believe in yourself. I remember everybody, man. Listen, Ryan, when he said he was transferring, I'll tell y'all, bro. There were so many people on Arkansas State team. He was like, bro, where is he about to go? Like, come on, bro. Like, he ain't finna go nowhere big. He ain't finna go nowhere big. Coach, even coach, he gonna go somewhere smaller. And he not going to no Power 5.
Yep.
Then he goes Power 5 to Miami. He ain't gonna play. I bet he just going there. He just gonna be on the bench. Now he playing. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Ryan believed in himself. You can never believe, bro. We are in a matrix, bro. Like nothing is real. Social media is not real. You are in your own world, bro. You're your own main character. Everybody else is NPCs, bro.
Like the people that you think closest to you would believe in you, and they might say something, but deep down they truly don't. That's why you also have to just put that faith in yourself, because nobody else is gonna have it for you.
Exactly, bro. So that's all I can leave on with, man. Believe in yourself, man. I don't know if everybody religious, but the people who are, man, and if you're not, man, get with God, man. Trust God. The Lord is going to guide your heart, man, make you make the right decisions. That's what we need, man. The world needs God, man. The world needs Jesus. And I ain't really trying to push the religious agenda, but man, this world is crazy. Everybody needs some guidance, and they need the Savior.
Amen. Amen to that, brother. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see y'all next time.
Appreciate you, my boy.